Hey y'all, this is BG Codes and I'm bradgarropy. Welcome to tonight's stream. We're still going. We are working on some end-to-end tests in my Remix starter application. It's the thing that I have with authentication and a database and all that kind of stuff hooked up. I was making some changes, adding Zod earlier, and then it caused one of my end-to-end tests to fail for some reason. Who knows? So let's figure it out, Let's figure it out. Get that over the line. And then I had one more end-to-end related improvement that I wanted to make about getting the Remix dev server to not run while I'm running end-to-end tests, because there's problems with selectors. Okay, hold on, before I get started, I got emails going. Oh, okay, there we go. Good to go. Let's get into the coding. Great. All right, what are we looking at here? Let's just see what I can reproduce locally. So I should be running the production build now. Which, that was half my issue, right? Like, step one, I have to run the production build in order for these tests to pass. And it looks like, wow, it looks like sign-in is not actually working. Can I run it? No, this actually fails. I bet my Zod... God, my tests are going to catch a bug right now. Heck yeah. I bet my Zod schema for sign-in right here, this default. I bet you it broke something. And I guess let's see if we can just reproduce this. So go back to the CLI. We'll say npm run dev. We'll just go to regular Chrome here. Okay. And so what did this do? This went go to slash sign in, and that showed up there, and home never showed up. Let's see. Sign in. It's broken. Look, redirect URL is empty. Is optional what we need here? Hmm. All right, let's check on it this way. We do pass it in as undefined. What does optional do? Let's just check the Zod documentation. So what is defaults? Well, then let's just directly log form data dot get redirect URL. Why do I feel like that should be undefined? What are we seeing here? Redirect URL is an empty string? How so? So my sign in action, look at this. It's string or null. Search params dot get is string or null. I mean, you tell me what it is, bro. It's null. And so you show me the value of this. Value should be undefined. Can I get to the console, please? So $0 dot get redirect URL. $0 dot values form. How do I get form values? I never. Or I guess it's the input. I can select the input. It's an empty string. Bitch. Why is it an empty string? Can I do non-empty there? Shit, it's everywhere. Let's exclude tests. I guess when do we get it out of search params? Only in sign in. But for example, if we go to notes, we set it explicitly. Yeah, okay. Copilot results. Oh, shove it. Okay. Then I think we're fine with what we did here. Then this is just gonna be a string. We know a string's gotta come through. And this is going to be, it has to be initialized to slash if it's not there. You know it's a string. So when you hit that action, you know it's a string. And we go sign in. Cool. Okay, so we'll try this again. Redirect URL slash. There we go. Boom. All right, let's get all of our console logs out of here. So really now the only thing we changed is default redirect URL to home. Okay, so now npm run build, npm start, and we'll run our end-to-end tests again. And we'll see how this all works. All of these should work. I think I could have just gotten better at Zod, but it's okay. Okay, and then I've got a PR up for this. Should be rerunning. Yeah. Let's make sure we're still at 100% unit test coverage. Sick. We are. This is just going to rerun and then we'll be good to go. Okay, we'll get this merged in here in a second. The next thing I had was talking about my end-to-end test setup. How am I doing it right now? So locally, I run playwright test UI or playwright test. My playwright config says I'm just running npm start, which means I'm running production. So basically, if I have the dev server running and I try to test this app, this is going to fail, I believe, is the situation, because the app is running in dev mode. With the dev tools. I'm expecting this to fail. Yes. Okay. How do I get rid of the dev tools, which are running in vconfig? URL flag might be it. Include improd. Let's go to the Remix Dev Tools website. Okay. Okay. Editor config. What's this? And server config. Does playwright set any variables? I know would I put a test in here? Yes, setup. Isn't there a way to like echo out your environment? This seems dangerous, so I'm just gonna put my face on while I do this. So essentially what I'm doing is running Playwright. And I'll just run one test and see if my environment logs out. Does not. Okay, so if I can't... Going back to the code. Okay, so my options are, number one, is there like a... It's like an environment variable that I can put in to not do this? Yeah, so I could conditionally add this. Or I could use the URL. No, where was like the prod one? Server config. Client config. Something was about prod. Include in prod. That's probably the default value. Yeah, and so this isn't really going to matter because this is running in dev. And so given that this is dev, this is going to show. Maybe I can log out process.env here. And again, I'll put just my face on. Close out playwright, start it up again. There we go. Okay. I have a list of environment variables here. Okay, and I'm looking through them, trying to find like any kind of playwright flag. PWTS ESM loader is the only thing I see. Looking some more, looking some more, looking some more. Yeah, I'm looking kind of like how vtest has an environment variable. I'm trying to see if playwright has one. Doesn't seem like it. So I could make one, right? I could just say, hey, look, I'm going to set that variable to true, and if it's present, then it's present. Because that's ideally what's going to happen. Wait, put it here. Ideally, what's going to happen is if I have playwright running only, then I'm not running the Remix dev tools. That way I can run an existing dev server. No, because the existing dev server would have the tools running already. So let's just try this. I want to see if this would work. What changes have I made so far? I've logged out that. I don't want that anymore. I do want, though, my start command. I want to say, like... maybe like Mac include and variable in CSH command. Node env equals test. Let's try this. No, this still kind of sucks. So when running tests, we always have to be in production mode. Next step. And then let's go in here and say only if playwright is true. Let's just try it. Son of a bitch, it's still there. No, because that's because I put it there. And so now, otherwise, if playwright is just non-existent, running npm run dev should not run this. Okay. And now, because I have it this way, I should be able to say npm run test e2e UI. And this should work. Haha. Note not found. Oh, restricted note. Okay, I don't know what that's all about yet. I guess let's merge this Zod thing first. And we need to release 0018, right? Yeah. Okay, that's in. Yeah, no opens. Let's release 18. And it's 10. Maybe I shut this down. It would be nice to use the dev tools when I want to. And maybe the best way to do that is, I mean, I've got options. Okay, what are my options? I don't know. Honestly, we'll figure this out tomorrow. I got far enough. Zod is merged in. The next thing is just like finding the way that I like best. And this is my problem. I just like hyper fixate on like what I think the best way is, even though I've got like, 4 options and they're all fine. I'm fixating on, hey, what is the best way to conditionally run Remix dev tools? Sometimes I want them in dev, sometimes I don't, and sometimes I want my end-to-end test to and anytime I'm running my end-to-end test, I don't want them to be present. But my end-to-end tests reuse existing servers, so that means I have to if I'm working on this locally, I have to be aware of if I'm using dev tools or not. The URL thing is a good option, but I feel like in that case, I will never pay attention to the fact that they even exist. I could make a new package JSON script for it. I could provide an environment variable at certain times. I just don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. Anyways, this is a problem for tomorrow. This thing is almost done, to be honest. It's really almost done. And I'm excited about it because then I'm going to start building, then I'm going to make tutorial videos about it, and then I'm going to start building apps with it. That'll be awesome. So anyways, thanks for watching tonight's stream. We'll be back at this tomorrow, maybe partially. And yeah, thanks for watching the stream. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.